Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with mycreativetime's latest holiday release. Lots of fun new die sets in this one. 5 new dies, Stampin' Die Set, pattern paper, ephemera, all sorts of goodies. Use the code Suzanne to get 15% off site-wide. The sale will end on Friday the 24th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific, 2:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you shop anytime after the sale using the same code Suzanne, you will get 10% off site-wide. Also, crafters, you can hop along to win. This is a YouTube hop. See everything in the description box below. There is also an Instagram hop that will give you 2 chances to win, and you'll get a $50 store credit. Yay! Alrighty, crafters, let's take a look at these goodies. I'm going to start off with the pattern paper and the die cut ephemera. They were used on my examples, okay? So the pattern paper this month is Snowflake Wishes 2025. Look at all these rustic colors. Very, very pretty. This is 6 inches wide, 8.5 inch tall, 24 sheets, 4 each of 6 designs. This is the pattern side with a smaller sizing. Here you're seeing this newsprint with a lot of distressing on it, almost like a tea stain on it or something, and some Christmas trees. Very, very fun. This is a golden yellow colorway of snowflakes, red, green, brown, and gray snowflakes. On the reverse side, crafters, you're now getting the same newsprint, larger, with some holly leaves. I love this sheet. There's also the same golden yellow, but now the snowflakes are larger in the golden yellow, red, green, brown, and silver. Isn't that fun? Up next, to go along with the pattern paper, there is this ephemera set. This is called the Frosty Friends ephemera. Isn't this fun? Look at all the little snowmen and snow girls, snow kids, and then look at these bits. You get 4 of each in this set, okay? So that's really, really fun. Some of the smaller pieces may have 2 or 3, but you do definitely get, of these larger snowmen die cuts, you definitely get 4. This is super duper cute. Look at this one here with the mug. Love, 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 love all of this. You can do a whole scene too with this. And you get a Christmas tree, presents. You also get Rudolph and Dasher facing right and left, and then you also get sentiments. There is a Stampin' Die Set this month, but you can also use these, which I used too. Fun with that. And then look at the little owl. Lots of fun with this. Frosty Friends. Love that. So that definitely goes along with this pattern paper, and also some of the previously released pattern paper, like new ones too, like Christmas in July on forward. All of these can mix, match, and play. There is also the gingerbread set from last month. I'll link my video here. You can definitely take a look at that too. Incorporate that with this. Have fun. Okay? Love. Also, crafters, there is a stamp and die set. This is a sentiment set called Frosty Kisses. You get lots of sentiments here, smaller sizing, and it comes with coordinating dies to cut out all of these sentiments, going all the way around them too. Really, really nice set. You get sentiments like thinking of you this holiday season, warm and fuzzy hugs, snow much love coming your way, thanks snow much, winter cheer, happy Christmas from our family to yours. Lots of fun sentiments in this, so I use this stamp and die set throughout my examples, okay? First up, crafters, here is one of the 6 new die sets. This one is called Snowflakes Die. Love, love, love. You get this nice detailed snowflake like what you see here, and there's also an outline. So you could do 2 layers. It can also be used like a Christmas cookie. When you put like tan behind here and then have this as frosting, it looks like really elegant Christmas cookies. Great sizing too for scrapbooking. 3 inch, 2.5 inch, 1 3/4 inch, and 1 1/4 inch. Okay, here I'm using these 2 on this card. Here you see the ephemera. I came in with some Spellbinders pop-up glitter foam here just to put my little cuties on. And then here's the sentiment, you melt my heart. That's from the stamp and die set. I love the navy blue with the white, and then the red is popped in here. And I also use some gems from my stash to finish off this fun A2 card. I also brought in something for that. Hold on, crafters. I'm using the rectangle frames die and the rectangle frame die layers. The rectangle frame die here in white, that's your A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. There's lots of layers. There's 9 dies here. 8 dies in this one. The largest die in the layers is 4 by 5 1/4. That's what I cut out with the navy cardstock and just layer these two together and then put my little snowflakes. Isn't that fun? For my circle, I was definitely shopping my Creative Time stash. I'm using this goodie, Bunch of Fun Circles. It's one of these inside out circles that I'm using here. You get a bunch of layers and then you get this great scallop detail. That would have been fun too around this, but I wanted to have space, especially for the large snowflake. So this is the Snowflakes die and ephemera and Stampin' Die. This release has a lot of mix, match, and play within itself. And then you can use it with a lot of your other goodies that you may have in your stash. That's why I went for the stash too. Up next, crafters, look at this fun new doily. This is called the Snowflake doily. You get a 4-inch snowflake, a 3-inch snowflake, and a 2-inch. This is now expanding the eyelet doily, the original. I'll put a link for that below. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. So now there is a snowflake doily. There's also the eyelet doily, all within this same sizing, okay? 4-inch, 3-inch, and 2-inch. Again, great for scrapbooking as well. Look how pretty that is, and look at the delicate detail. You can make your own shaped card like I did here. To make it stand up, all I did was put a little horizontal line here, and it will stand up as a top folding shaped doily card. Isn't that cute? Stampin' Die ephemera. For this little bit here with the wood, I'm coming into this fun one that works very well with this color tone, the wood plate die. Love this. So I was really going in my stash. I'm like, oh, let me pull out the wood plate. That would be perfect. So that's what I put the ephemera on. Finished it off with some gold gems, okay? Love, 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 love. And this is so easy to layer, but it gives a nice platform for your ephemera. I could have also used it on this one. So for this one now, I'm coming into the pattern paper here. And out here I have tan, red, and then red here. And also I'm using a new die, crafters. There are some new bows at My Creative Time, so you're going to see them on the rest of my examples. So let's talk about those bows too. There is the cute bow die, and there's also the trio cute bow dies. So this is 3 styles, smaller sizing. This one, the largest one, okay? For this one here, I believe it's this. Let me give you a measurement on it. This measures completed 1 by 3/4 of an inch. This one here will be 2 by 1 1/2. The large one completed will be 2 3/4 of an inch wide by 2 inches tall. This is the background for it. That's the base layer, and then you build on the top, okay? Isn't that fun? And yes, I'm using treasured cardstock again with all the layers. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. Love, love, love. So I had to bring it in here with this cutie patootie in the little mug. Down here, I stamped the sentiment. Here I'm using brown pigment ink for the sentiment. Wishing you snow much joy. Finished it off with some little gems. I love this. This is popped up off of this. I did cut an A2 card base here. Top folding card as well. Isn't that cute? You could just make a whole series of this. This actually could be banners too. You could drape this like a garland banner. You could drape this at your desk at work or maybe in your craft room. You could have a whole thing with this because this is a great sizing, especially here with the 4-inch, and put anything on the inside. If you want to do the ephemera, if you have the gingerbread or the previous snowman die set at My Creative Time, that would be fun in here too. That would be really, really cute with the snowflake and everything. Or put your snowflake in here as well. That would be fun. Love, 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 love. Isn't that cute? So cute. So it's cute bow die, trio cute bow with all 3 together, and snowflake doily with 3 of them, and the outline too. You're seeing the outline here, which just adds to it. And if you have the eyelet doily, this will work with it as well, okay? Love, 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 love. Up next, crafters, here I'm using the trio cute bow die. So because I cut this twice in 2 different cardstock, you can actually get 2 sets of bows. You just flip them. You see how here is now glitter over there? Mix match play between them. So I had a second bow ready to go. I put it on top of the ephemera tree. This little ornament snowflake comes from these little die cuts that pop out. I think that's fun too. So I have the ephemera here, And then I decided to make this into a mini slimline card. This is perfect to put in the mail with a $20 bill flat if you want to mail cash and nobody will know, because if you fold it up in an A2, sometimes people feel it. Or if you're sending a check, it'll fit right in here. This is 6¼ inch wide by 3½ inch tall, okay? So pretty. Look at the pattern paper. I had to play with that pattern paper. I love the distress. It looks like it has splash of coffee. And then here I brought some craft cardstock because this has a brown colorway too. I did ink blend on the corners here with Distress Ink Vintage Photo. Here is one of the sentiments, and I put another snowflake there. So super cute. For this layer, to separate this from this, I'm coming into this die from my mycreativetime stash. Scallop Stitch Oval Dies. Love, 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 love. Love this one. She's just such a winner. This is an inside out die again, so you get stitch lines on the outside and the inside. Tallest die, 5¼ inch tall by 4½ inch wide. And then you get all these nice ovals. I just picked, I think, the second one here and did my scene. I did bring on some splatter white for that, for my snow detail for the little snowman. I think that's so fun. Such fun. And I love the little sentiment here. I had planned to use a stamp and die set, but I did want to use the ephemera sentiments and just see how that works. Perfect. And I just popped this up. This is popped up off of this. This is popped up too off of that. Lots of dimension and fun. Love, love, love. I love the brown colorway too. This can be great for masculine cards. If you change this out or just leave the star on the tree, perfect. Up next, crafters, I made a little treat bag. And this is so cute. I found this bag while cleaning up my craft room. It's like one of those glassine bags. It's just bought from the craft store. And inside, I do have some ephemera gems, which fits perfectly in here. So you just get any bag from the craft store or Walmart or anywhere. And then what will close it is the weight of this. So this is 110-pound off-white cardstock. Here is the pattern paper. The flip side, I had to use this with the holly. See the larger print? Gorgeous. Here I'm using the cute bow die. And then for this layer with this beautiful scallop detail, I'm coming into this die set, which is called the Pretty Scallop Rectangle Frame Die. Largest die is 4 inches by 5¼ comes in 2 more times. So much fun. I could have kept on layering too, but I wanted to appreciate all this beautiful cardstock. Now with the bow here, I have a lot of gold going on. So, you know, I have 2 sets of this then too. So I have this nice pretty glitter gold and then this more muted pearl gold. And then I wanted to put a sentiment in there from the stamp and die set, but I wanted it to look like a tag. So I came into this one. I tell you, really shopping my stash. Large treat bag add-on dies. This will turn any die like a rectangular shape, or you could just cut the base too. And then you put these on the side to turn it into a bag. Okay, or a box, like an open-ended bag. You can also make a lid. So this is a fun little one right here. Your bag would have a 1½ inch width and the height would be about 4¼ inch, okay? I'm using the tags with this, and this tag is this one right here. So the tags also have a little inner stitch detail so you can mat it, but to fit the sentiment and tuck it in here, I just use that one. Large treat bag, pretty scallop rectangle frame, and also cute bow on this cute little bag. And what keeps it closed, like I said, is the weight of this. All of this would just keep it closed. So you can just make quick bags. If you're making gift bags for folks at work or sending with your kids to school, this is a nice way to just have an easy closure without creating one. But then you decorate here so you work faster if you want. But if you have time, let's go into my last example. If you have time, crafters, then you make this beauty, which is this awesome little treat box. This is called the Square Box Die. Fully assembled, your box will be 4 inches tall. The width, and this is equal all the way around for the squares, is 2½ inch. You can fit lots of goodies in here. Look at my splatter white. I could fit 2 jars of it in here. I could also fit a bunch of, this could go in there, this nice pretty twine. You could stack twine in here. You could put candy, anything. And this is all year round. So it doesn't have to be just for the holidays, but I did use the pattern paper here and the ephemera. I have Comet. Oh, they're all here. Donner. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just what I said before. Did I say Rudolph and Dasher or something? Oh, so they're all like, oh, that's cool. You could have a whole card. I didn't notice that. Now I see the names. And I did put the sentiment, 'tis the season. I did tie it with some twine. And here I put the bow, and here I put the opposite. You see the glitter here, and then the pearl paper. Love that. So the medium bow from the trio fits here as well. And then I tied it together. The square box comes together very easy. Let me give you a measurement of it here so you can know if it can fit in your machine. Under 7 inches tall, and the width will be 5.5 inch. Most standard die cut machines are 6 inches wide, 8.5, 9 inches tall, okay? I use the Platinum 6 for this, so I'm using the extended cutting plates. That's about 9 inches tall. So fun. Then you get these layers too, and those layers is what you see here in the pattern paper, plus that little layer up here for the top. And bring these two pieces together. You get all the score lines you need. Fun, fun, fun. Square box die. And lastly, crafters, I have an honorable mention because I'm going to make this in another video. I had put it to the side and then forgot to use it with all my card making. So I have another video coming from My Creative Time featuring this new fun one. This is another belly band. So there is the regular belly band. There is a gingerbread belly band. There's this one and there's another one. It's escaping me right now. I'll put it on the screen and I'll link them below for all these belly bands because I think these are so fun. This is 8 inches tall, 1.25 inch wide. So you get the belly band itself plus also the outline if you want to have two colors. That would be super fun. Snowflake belly band die. So come back to my channel. You'll see this on an example, probably on a card where this will wrap around. And then some of the beautiful ephemera. You can attach this ephemera right here on the outside. I could also use the oval with this. That would be fun too. Alrighty, crafters, that is it for this beautiful My Creative Time release. I have 5 cards here, plus this beautiful square box. Everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to use the code Suzanne to get 15% off site-wide. Also, crafters, don't forget to do the YouTube hop and the Instagram hop. So comment below, like the video, and subscribe, okay? Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, definitely check out My Creative Time's holiday release. Very, very pretty. Snow much fun. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.